Living out God's purpose for your life. Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Grateful Heart. Do you ever find yourself wondering, what is my purpose? It's a question many of us ask at different stages of our lives. We search for meaning, direction, and a sense of fulfillment. But the good news is that God has a purpose for each one of us, one that is unique and deeply connected to His greater plan. Today, we're going to explore how to live out God's purpose for your life and walk in the path He has designed just for you. Stay with us, because this message may just be the encouragement you need to step into the calling God has for you. We often get caught up in the idea that purpose is about achieving worldly success or meeting others' expectations. But God's purpose for our lives is far greater than anything we could imagine. In Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." This verse is a powerful reminder that God's plans for us are filled with hope and goodness. His purpose for our lives is not only about what we do, but also about who we become through Him. Living out God's purpose requires us to seek His will and trust His guidance. Romans 12:2 tells us, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." Living out our purpose means being transformed by God's truth and aligning our desires with His. As we grow in our relationship with Him, we begin to understand the unique role we play in His kingdom. God has created each of us with specific gifts, talents, and passions. When we embrace these, we start to see how they align with His purpose. 1 Peter 4:10 encourages us, "As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace." Living out God's purpose is not about seeking fame or recognition. It's about using our gifts to serve others and bring glory to God. Whether you're in a ministry role, in your workplace, or at home, your purpose is to reflect God's love and grace in everything you do. But living out God's purpose also requires patience and trust. Sometimes, the path to fulfilling God's plan isn't clear right away. We might face setbacks or challenges along the way, but we can trust that God is guiding us every step of the way. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your paths." God knows the journey ahead, and even when we don't have all the answers, we can trust Him to lead us. So how can we start living out God's purpose for our lives? Here are a few practical steps. Seek God's will through prayer. Take time each day to ask God for clarity and direction in your life. His purpose is revealed as we draw near to Him. Use your gifts to serve others. Whether it's through acts of kindness, volunteering, or sharing your talents, use what God has given you to bless others. Trust God's timing. Remember that His purpose for your life unfolds in His perfect timing. Don't rush ahead or be discouraged by delays. Stay faithful in the small things. Even the small, seemingly insignificant actions can play a big part in fulfilling God's purpose for your life. Living out God's purpose brings fulfillment, peace, and joy. As we follow His calling, we align ourselves with His greater plan and experience the deep satisfaction of knowing we are exactly where we're meant to be. As you walk out your purpose, remember that God is with you every step of the way, guiding, equipping, and empowering you to fulfill His plan. If this message encouraged you, please like the video. Subscribe to Grateful Heart and click the notification bell to stay connected with us. And I'd love to hear from you. What's one area of your life where you're seeking to live out God's purpose? Share your thoughts in the comments below. How has God revealed His purpose for your life, and how are you walking in it? Thank you for joining us today. In our next video, we'll explore how to trust God's provision in every season of life. You won't want to miss it. See you soon.